Hello my dears, this is Sarah from SheHoldsDearly.com, and today we're going to do a DIY. I'm going to show you how to make a poinsettia pillow, and I want to talk about several options you have if you're trying to upcycle some vintage jingle bells. Alright, well the first place I would use jingle bells on would be a gift. So with gift wrap, tying it on with a ribbon is the perfect little touch. And I also love tying them onto doorknobs to cause a little jingle sound when you open the doors. That's super easy. Then we go up a notch and you can do jingle bell wreaths. I will be showing you how to do that in the next couple of weeks. And those are also cute on doors. I like them too as gifts to children because it acts like a rattle. It's very festive. One year we even tied jingle bells onto our dog and cats, their collars, and they wore those around while we were opening gifts, so we had the little jingle bell sound going on in the background. That's cute. And the third way that I suggest using jingle bells is to use them on a pillow. So this one from Target is super cute. Not a ton of bells are being used, but just the top of the trees. You could add some more on the trees. And I'm thinking of trying to DIY this soon, so be watching for that. You also could do a wreath on a pillow with jingle bells. And then the one I'm attempting today is the poinsettia pillow. And I believe this was originally shown in Pottery Barn. I couldn't find any on eBay anymore because they are discontinued, but I'm pretty sure this was from Pottery Barn. You guys can tell me in the comments below if you remember where this was seen a couple years ago. So then I saw it in a blog post from my friend Amanda. She has a blog called Sincerely Marie Designs, and I saw it in her office and I loved it. So I'm trying to do a knockoff version of it. So I went ahead and ironed the 2 squares of fabric. I had some old fabric from my French chair when I redid that. And then, oh, this is from my slip covers for my Parsons chairs. And this is a little tip. I keep fabric that is big enough, like a 20 inches by 20 inches square. I keep those in case I need them for pillows. Otherwise, I don't keep fabric. Now I need to cut out my leaves. And I'm really bad at drawing. So if I can do this, you can do this. I made 3 sizes. So the first one is almost the size of a full page. And you need 5 leaves each. So it starts out real big. Then you need 5, and then I took another page and cut a medium size, or drew it. See how bad I am, you guys. Okay, and so then that's gonna go 5 around and then 5 smaller ones. So I'm gonna cut all this out and I'm gonna use batting. I think I could have used some thick wool, but I couldn't easily find that. So I had a bunch of batting on hand. This may not hold up. Just trying to use up stuff here. So far I've spent nothing. I had the pillow form. I had a zipper, I had the batting, I spent $2 on the Jingle Bells. Everything else I had. Okay, so I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna cut out 5 leaves of the 3 different sizes. And my thought here is that I'll cut some out and then maybe like trim them up a little differently on the sides, or like flip it over, just to kind of give me some variation, but I just have truly one pattern. Okay, so I have everything cut out and I've just quickly laid it out in a star pattern. So get your big petals down first, and they really do overlap a lot in the middle. Then your medium-sized ones come in the space between the big ones, and then keep going with your little ones. It's real easy layout. Oops, that one's upside down. Okay, now I'm looking at this and I can tell that I want more of a line. Like poinsettia leaves have a really defined center. So I'm going to actually iron these in half, and then I'm going to go down to my machine and I'll do the back ones first, then the middle, medium ones, and then the little ones. And I'm going to stitch cream thread right down the middle to hold them down, and then I'll do some embroidery floss just to give us a little more texture and detail. Okay, so I have done my stitching. A couple things I want to note here. So I'm using a piece of linen that I thought might be a little bit thin, but you do want to do a little bit thin for this project, because as you are stitching and stitching, it gets really thick at the very end. This is pretty thick, which I like because look how it like made these last little petals a lot more 3D, so I like that. As I was going, I realized that this is not as centered as I thought it was. So I think I'm going to put the zipper down here. And then, I have too much space up in this quadrant. So I'm going to put the zipper down here. And that way when it's sitting up, I'll just kind of like crush down that corner just a tiny bit, and it will naturally look more balanced. So anyway, okay, so now I have some embroidery thread, and I have barely enough. This is all I have. I think that I could finish this project though and be okay. So I am going to make some just wide stitches just to add a little more definition and detail. So just some quick wide stitches on the petals that are exposed here, the seams that are exposed. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add on my Jingle Bells and add the zipper and stitch it all together. Getting close. Whew, I had just enough thread. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna add on the Jingle Bells. And I'm just stitching this. I just have one string and I'm just bunching them all together. I'm not tying off a knot or anything. So that'll save you some time. Okay, so the front of the pillow is finished. Now I need to add a zipper in the backing, and then we'll look at the finished look. So I have a whole tutorial on how to add a zipper to a pillow, and I do it many times a year. So I'm not gonna explain it all here. If you don't know how to do it, I'll link that for you so you can learn the process as well. Okay, so we are done with the pillow, and I am a little disappointed in the thickness of the petals. I'm not saying I wouldn't use batting, but just FYI, if you are going to go to buy the materials, I would get a thicker batting than what I use. I feel like it would look more high quality like the one in Amanda's office. Or you could buy actually felted wool, which is probably the nicest of all. Or if you had a cream wool blanket that you didn't mind cutting up. So that's my only thought on that. Otherwise, I would say it was successful and I do like it. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. If you want more tutorials and ebooks and printables, I have a library on my blog, and I'll put the link below. It's called the Subscriber Library, and I'll give you the password for that, and you can access a whole bunch of these things. All right, so that's that for this week, and I will be sharing next up a 70s macaroni tree. I know that doesn't sound cute, but I have one from my childhood that I use in my decorating every year, and you guys always comment on it and you want me to show you how to make it. It's super easy. I'll show you how to do that next. Otherwise, if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button so that I can send you more videos on how to make interior design easy. All right, take care. I'll talk to you soon.